Yeah, are we recording, are we? I hope so. Right. Well, we're back here again. I'm just getting things set up so we can get on our way, save faffing about too much. And the reason why I don't want to faff about is because I don't really want to waste any time. You know what I mean? I'm putting the cameras on now on this particular drive. It is Friday, by the way. It is Friday the 7th of April 2017. For those of you who are in the future, hi, hello. This is a bit of an historic drive, this is, right, believe it or not, and I'm going to save me waffling me tits off here talking to you about it sitting here. I want to get these on as well while I'm at it. So the reason why this particular drive is a bit of an historic one is because it is the drive I did when I very first had #1 GoPro. Yes, the very first GoPro Hero 3 Plus. I only had the one, and I stuck it there in the centre of the truck. Wasn't this truck, it was another truck, and it was on the monopod on that thing there, and it was boomed up into the back of the cab and didn't know what it was going to do. So what I did was like wing it in a way, because I wasn't expecting anything. I didn't know what it was going to do. And of course, through doing that, I actually was amazed on the performance of the GoPro camera, which was brilliant. I was not expecting to see the whole cab, and I mean, for those who actually did remember that one, obviously it's been deleted, it's not on there anymore, because a lot of the old ones had to be taken down. But I have been thinking about that of late. Let's just jump out of here so we can get ourselves sorted, so as we can go. Oop, upside down. I have been thinking about that, right, and I might even ferry through some of the old videos that I've got that back in the day when I was a Michelin man, fat fuck basically, that's just the easiest way to put it, and if they aren't inappropriate, I may stick them on. A lot of the original ones, which was phone videos, were like we're having at the moment in the morning little chats. That's pretty much what they were for 12 months or so. But the drive along ones, I'll have a look, see what's what. I can't promise anything, but I'll have a look. All right. Well, what have we got here? That one goes on that side, so that one's over there. Stick you there for a minute. Stick you on here. Oh, I'm so glad that these are these nice hinges. Quick check. Yeah, you need to be wound around a bit more. Bit too much, that isn't it? Touch more, I think we can get away with. That'll do. Nice and tight. Yeah, okay. Next. Get off and go and play with something else. Looks a bit wonked. Not by much, but it's a little bit wonked. That'll do. That's all right. I think we can get away with that. What do you reckon? Yeah, we're done. But what I will do though before I go, because we don't want any complaints to, because I know a lot of you do get distracted. You just can't help yourselves. You just can't. There's a lot of midges about. Yeah. I'm getting covered in bugs. It's that time of the year, isn't it? It's getting there, isn't it? You know what I mean? already. Oh, and another thing as well is that it's becoming that time of the year, isn't it? Because I've seen a bunch of cyclists down the country lanes, gusted up like the fucking Tour de France, and of course, it's a public highway. Fucking laugh, makes me laugh, it does. I'm all for keeping fit. I don't mind that. That's not a bother. Well, can't they fucking take up running instead? Or go to the gym and use one of the fucking stationary cycles there instead. That's bolted to the floor. They wouldn't be in my fucking way then, would they? Right. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. What? Look, if I don't do it, I have people whinging. Well, actually, I have one person whinging. Down there, Kieran. Right, let's just make sure you're in the right place. Near as fuck is to swearing. Come on then. Turn that off because we don't need it. And we can go. Yay! Off once again on this lovely journey through this lovely day, because it is sunny. The sun is shining, the weather is free. I'll put the window up, lessen the noise. Ah, there we are. That's a bit better, isn't it? It is, isn't it? It's nice, that. Well, yes, it's Friday, right? But check this out. As a Friday, thinking to myself, you know what? Am I going to be one of these jinxed days? Is that what's going to happen? Am I going to get jinxed? I'll say this. First of all, I have done the videos already up there. You've probably seen it a long time ago. And I was talking about the cat attack. Yes, there was a cat that got squished. Poor thing. Hey ho. But there was that. Later in the day, still in the morning, mind you, there was the incident on the A50, which is pretty much where we'll be going past. I doubt they'll be still there though this time of the day, because it was early this morning. So, and that was a mess. Luckily, didn't interfere with the traffic. That was a bonus. That's all I can say. Bonus. Yes, indeed. But it's like as though people are not having a good day on the Friday. Why is this? What's going on? Why aren't they having a good day on Friday? Fridays are built for being good days. You know what I mean? That's the whole idea of Friday. Everybody looks forward to Friday. It's part of it. You know the next day is going to be Saturday. Unless you're an unfortunate fuck pig who has to work on a Saturday. I don't, but there you are. But you know what I mean? It's sort of, that's the thing, isn't it? That is it. That is the whole aspect of Friday. You ain't going to get up in the morning tomorrow. Unless, obviously, like I say, you do work on a Saturday and a Sunday. If you do, well, I'm sorry, but I don't. I'm sorry, I ain't going to apologise for it. Even though I just did. But I don't. No, we're going to go through the lanes like we normally do. They don't like it, but tough shit. That's what I'll say. I'm empty anyway, so it is if I'm going to be causing too much of a bother. You know what I mean? Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be alright, that will. And besides, it bypasses that bloody grey big hole that I've mentioned before now. Because that is a nightmare, without a doubt. On the way up the road. The dual carriageway is only a small little bit on the A5 down by Chase Terrace. It goes up an hill, and then it bottlenecks straight into obviously single lane traffic, and this van just comes screaming up the side of me, past the arrows, barges his way in there. I'm on your, and he's giving me all this. I'm like, well, fuck you and all, banker. But the thing is, you see, this is how I look at that situation, okay? Now, granted, he obviously isn't the smartest human being in the world. He can't be. Because normally when somebody does something wrong, they put their hands up and they go, sorry, my fault, misjudged it or done whatever, or it's my fault anyway, regardless, okay? Because that would what an actual fucking an adult would do, you know, a grown up, somebody with a bit of fucking moral responsibility. But these ones who think they know better, who think they're in the right, regardless, right? Well, them are the ones who'll end up, you know, spitting the dummy out, throwing the rattle all over the place, giving you the fuckwats and all this shit and wankers and all that bollocks. And them are the ones that normally will end up doing the road rage shit, getting out and wanting to fucking scrap with you, right? And it's quite comical, really, to think that, you know, they must be so fucking dull that they don't realise that, hang on a minute, why do you think the horn's gone off? Was it just to fucking say hello? No, it was there because you were in the fucking wrong. Oh, but I had that today. Yeah. Thankfully there wasn't no scrapping involved. I mean, I'd have probably lost anyway because I'm not a fighter, I never have been. But I wouldn't have made it easy. That's for certain facts, eh? I wouldn't have made it easy, but hey. I would rather not, because to be honest with you, I prefer the intelligent way. Look, dude, you made a mistake. Own up to it. Simple. Is that how it's going to be, is it? Alright then. Never mind. So be it. We have to have these dull people out there just to make the fucking world a bit more interesting, I suppose. So, have at it. But anyway, other than that, even though the day has been weird, and there's been a couple of incidents here and there, it's been a nice day. And look at it. I mean, we've got the weather to go with it as well, haven't we? So there is always that. You can't really argue, can you now? It's fine. It's nice. It's very nice indeed. And I am on my way up to Stoke-on-Trent, Lichfield, Stoke-on-Trent, Lichfield. This is the historic drive I was on about earlier. Because when I actually got there, I'd done a little thing, and I was quite surprised that it was still recording when I was on my way. I was quite shocked that it was still recording when I was on the way down there. And the battery was still on and it was still doing its thing, and I'd pulled up at the place I was collecting from in Stoke, and you know, as you do. Like I say, it was the first time I'd actually ever had a GoPro camera, and I had no idea what to expect. And that wasn't the end of it. I mean, when I actually finally got home and I put the files on the computer and shoved them into the video rendering suite, then it was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I can't see from mirror to mirror here. This is brilliant. And so be the drive along sort of then was pretty much born. You know what I mean? We had, you know, the opportunity then to make things different, change it up a notch from the standard of having the camera facing me and just having a quick 5-minute chat to being able to drive and you can see what's on. Then I experimented and put it in different places, like down the side of the trailer, which I actually really liked. That was, see, putting the camera in different places, right, is how this setup actually was born, as in another sense, if you like. It was like the next step, the evolution of doing the drive-alongs, because when I had the camera, my old Canon camera, bungee roped to the side of the trailer, right, I liked that, but again, they only lasted for 15 minutes because that's as long as the camera would record in one go. It wouldn't do a continuous video record, so 15 minutes is all you got. But I liked that angle and I liked the idea of it. And when I actually managed to get a couple of GoPro cameras, and that's how it started to evolve. And I'm thinking putting them on there, and then as you look at what's on the screen when I'm doing the videoing, not the rendering, I'm going, well, if I do that and I cut that, do that, and well, look, and then all of a sudden you're seeing something completely different. You're actually now watching how the vehicle is being manoeuvred around different types of obstacles, and it's all started from having my Galaxy. What was I at? It was the no, hang on, what was it called? The Google. Was it Nexus? Wasn't it the Google Nexus? I'm sure it's called that. Samsung Galaxy Nexus, or it was one of them anyway. Whatever. And that's what I started off with. Just that, stuck on the dashboard, chatting away. Bought a camera, a Canon one, stuck that in different places, listened to what you lot were saying, where you want the camera put in, how you want it doing. Managed to get another one, GoPro, after a bit of research, find out what the best version to go for, and adding as we go along, and then introducing a different type of format so that you guys can see a lot more of what goes on. That sits there, that's looking at all this lot, right? Mirrors, dashboard, steering wheel, outside. That one there just looks at my ugly mug. But the two out there, they're seeing all the scenery and the dynamic of the vehicle when it does its bits and bobs. But it all started from simply just waffling with my phone and obviously listening to you lot. And it's great fun, and I still enjoy it. It's brilliant. And this is going to be that particular day where the GoPro sort of like launched it into the next level, if you like. There ain't really anything else I can do apart from adding one more camera, and that's to put it on the back doors, which I have been, contemplating whether to do or not. But that means there's 5 video tracks. That's 5 video tracks to piss about with. Bloody hellfire. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's all right. Like, it's not a bother. But my computer itself it struggles with the longer videos. I will tell you that much. If they're doing up to like 3 hours, when you get to the very end of it, for some unknown reason, the audio drifts and it's no longer in sync. It's all right, but it's not how I want it. You know what I mean? But doing the smaller ones and keeping an eye on it, it's all right. You know what I mean? It doesn't drift too much, then I can always alter if it does. But up to an hour, it tends to be fine. 2 hours, it's okay. 2.5 hours now, it's starting to struggle. 3 hours, and at the end of that, you can guarantee that the audio has slipped a little. It's not like as though it's way out of sync. It's just that it's slightly slipped, and it's annoying. Right? I mean, I find it annoying, but some people might not notice. Some people don't care, but me, I do. I care a lot. You know what I mean? But we just get on with it, show you all this lark, and have a good old giggle at the same time, talking about all sorts of shit. I just hope I can keep doing it, you know what I mean, and keep doing it, and keep doing it. It'd be nice to have somewhere different to go though. Now, it's not raining, I know that much, but I think I'm hitting a swarm of bugs. I can hear them rattling on the screen. I mean, the days when we used to do all the insulation deliveries down all the country lane stuff, there was loads of opportunities there to do video and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Loads of it. Well, I don't really tend to get that these days, but I do my best. I know you lot are bothered about it, just listening to me waffling on about crap, but I like to show you shit, you know? I like to show things, something different. When it's a new area, I always hope that it isn't pissing it down of rain so we can get a good old, video of it. but sometimes it never works that way. It's like I want to do Driffield from Goole, but for some unknown reason, 9 times out of 10 I always end up at bloody Wakefield. Blah. Or it might be Bradford. But whenever it is a Driffield, it's always pissing it down a fucking rain. I mean, it literally, it's honking it down a rain. I'm like, really? So I just don't do it. I know that's pretty much the norm, eh, with this country when it turns out comes down to the weather, it's always going to be fucking raining. And if you believe what them cows are doing there lying down, that means we look ready for rain. And I'm like, no, they're not. They're just bored. They just want to lie down for a minute. They've been on their feet all day. It's true though, Ed, when you think about it. Bit more progress on these houses here maybe when we look at the videos from this week, being as though this will be the second one this week going through here. So you never know, there might be a slight difference with that one. If I remember, I'll have to highlight that and see what's what. Nice and steady. I came around here this morning, like I say, did I put the cameras on this morning? No, not this morning. I didn't put them on. I actually did come this way this morning, and they had the lights flashing and whatever, so I was pooting around here at about 15 miles an hour, taking my time like I normally do anyway, because I'm doing it now at 15 miles an hour. I never rush. I never do. It's too much to even think about it. I just really wish that there'd be other people out there that would, well, I suppose there is, there's got to be out there. I ain't on my own. Please don't say I'm on my fucking own. You know, that have this forethought to like drive with care and patience, especially when you're driving these fucking great big things. What do you reckon? Have you noticed the change in drivers' attitude as the days have gone on? Is it gone different, as you know, from what you've experienced, or you know, a few years in the past to now? I've noticed a significant change, and it's not changing for the better, it's changing for the worse. It's fucking rubbish, it really is. There's no need for it, no excuse for it. I mean, even when the cameras aren't on, right, when I'm doing my driving, I look at it like this. I have to be as perfect as I possibly can. I mean, obviously I'm not going to be perfect, but you know what I mean. And I say that because if I do something wrong and somebody out there has got a camera in their hand and they video it, well, then I'm going to be stuffed, ain't I? Because then I'll be a hypocrite, and I don't want to be that. So even when the cameras ain't on, I still drive like I'm driving when I'm with you lot. I do it just like that, because it's part of the job, you know what I mean? I don't do it just for the fun of it. I do it because it makes my life a lot easier. Hanging back, don't get too caught up in it, drive sensibly, keep your eye on the mirrors all the time, making sure you're seeing what's going on, checking to make sure you know unusual bulges outside the curtains or whatever, like, you know, but monitoring what's going on ahead of you, checking up ahead for junctions, exits and stuff like that from people's yards or what have you. You know, I'm always doing these things all the time, but I don't just do it for your benefit. I'm also doing it when the cameras aren't on, because I find it makes my life a lot easier anyway. Speed limit 30, 40, 50 or 50, whatever it does on the motorway, right, between 52 and 56 depending on what vehicle I've got, right. So as far as I'm concerned, stick to that. there's no problem. There's no hassle. You could just carry on regardless. Well, that's it, isn't it, really, when you think about it. I reckon if we all did that, my dream fantasy world of transport and general road use would be, hi, how you doing? Having a great day? Lovely. Yes, you can go before me. That's welcome. No problem. Thank you very much. No problem. Have a great day. Why can't we have that? Eh? Why can't we have that? When people are driving down dual carriageways and they actually see the sign that says your lane is closing, move over to convenient place, instead of going wow right down the fucking end where the arrows are and then passing the arrows and barging in. You know what I mean? Is that too much to ask? Maybe. Anyway, on a different subject altogether, I've been, as you know, I'm looking into the metal detectors, but I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. I'm still up in the air with that one. The reason why I'm up in the air in it is because I seriously need to change my car, and I have been looking and looking and looking and looking, and I'm fucked if I can find one. But, and it's a big but, there is a possibility that I might have found something that I can live with, right? I'm not exactly excited about it, but I could probably live with it. And it's a Ford Focus, automatic, not a manual, it's an automatic. So I might be able to sort that out, because I've found a couple that are not daft expensive, they are quite cheap, and the mileage is reasonably low as well, so we might be in with a shout on that, because I've got to get rid of this fucking thing I've got. As much as I love it, and I do, if I could have another one, I would hands down have another one without a doubt, but I just can't do it. So I'm going to opt for the smaller version. Boo! But hey, shit happens. Might save me some money, might it? End of the day. And if I can get one, like I say, I've been looking at there's a couple on eBay that don't look too bad. You know, if I do, then what I will do, which I haven't done for a very long time, is put my sound system back in my car. I might do that. It's a good idea, isn't it? What do you reckon? Yeah. Let's hope he puts that signpost pointing in the right direction. Look pretty soft if it wasn't. Anytime today, traffic lights. Oh, fuck me. I don't really want to be sat here wasting fucking time. I want to get gone. I've got plenty of drive time left to get where I've got to go, so I ain't got to worry about that. Hey ho, whatever. So the idea of getting a toy, I think I might have to leave that for another time, I reckon, because I can't afford it. Not realising that my car is basically, it's ready to die. It really is ready to die. I think so. Not the engine. The engine's fine. The engine's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with the engine. It's the fucking bodywork. It's just racked off. It's added. It's done. End of. So I need something else, and that looks like it might be the only option. Because I want auto, I don't want manual. I can't be doing manuals. I know I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to me. I've got to, if I can't settle for what, you know, if I can't have what I want, at least I'm gonna have a fucking automatic. You know what I mean? I've got to have something. And I do like my autos. I can't argue. I really do. I had manuals back in the day when I was younger and what have you, but the first automatic I had was the Ford Cougar. This Ford Explorer is the second one, so I will be continuing on down that path. Because I've had almost 10 years now I've had automatics for, so as a matter of fact, it might actually be 10 years now, I think. Something like that, I think. It's in that bracket anyway. But the one that I found, I think if I remember rightly, but I'm not 100% sure, but it was 62,000 on the clock. It's a 1600 automatic. You know, I mean, it'll do that, Will. I can't remember what reg it was. I think it was something like a, I don't know, an O2 maybe, or an O3, I ain't sure. But it'll do, you know what I mean? If push comes to shove, I could always stick some nice wheels on it at some point or other, like, you know what I mean, just to make it look a little bit better, you know what I mean? But other than that, I think it'll have to do. Unless I win the lottery this weekend. I mean, if I win the lottery this weekend, you'll be seeing me in a, well, I don't know, it depends how many millions I win. If I win multiple millions, I'll have myself my R8. But I'd have two cars. I'd have the R8 just for fun, but for normal knocking about, I'd have to get myself the Ford Explorer, the Eddie Bauer version. It's just got to be done. Or, so you know what? I'll just have to buy a multiple garage when I have a car for each day of the week. I don't fucking know. I am fucking messing anyway. Chances of that happening, well, the chances of that happening is all these trees falling down right now. Yeah. Worth a try, wasn't it? But when I do, or if I do, or whatever, and it is a Ford Focus of some description, I will be sticking my system back in there. Now that'll be fun. I haven't had my sound system in my car for a long time. As a matter of fact, I forgot what it sounds like. I've got to buy. I'd have to buy a new head unit for start off. Because the one I've got, yes, it works. It's a great head unit, but it isn't Bluetooth, and yeah, no USBs, shit like that on it. Even though it's an absolute fucking darling of a head unit, it really is. It's beautiful, powerful, 6-channel, so you can have amped front, amped rear, and subwoofer, or if you want to, and set it up in like if you have one of those camper vans, you can actually set it up in one of them and have it as a surround sound system. So you can have not only 5.1, but you've got the subwoofer as well. So you can also do that with that particular head unit. That's how good it is. It's a fucking beautiful thing. Absolutely. But it is dated and it's got no USB and it ain't Bluetooth either. So there's not a lot you can do with it, really. If you want to, say, use your phone, you have to plug it in via the jack plug, and that's an hassle. Whereas most of today's stuff, if you can afford them, that is, obviously, they're either USB, and they'll also have the screen up as well, so you can select it and control it from the radio, so you're having to fuck about with your phone, which is what I like. I like that idea. I mean, even if it ain't Bluetooth, I don't mind plugging it in with a USB, so I can still use the stereo. I like to pick songs and what have you. So there is one head unit that I would like to have, which is the same make as what I've got, which is the Clarion. and it's the CZ702E. CZ702E. And it's got 6 channels again, running at 5 volt frequency, so you've got enough power to run them. And you put your amps on, so then you've got your front, rear and sub. And then I think it's just a stereo sub on that. I don't know if it does the 5.1 though. I don't think it does. I think it's just a stereo sub, which is not a bother because that's all I ever used the other one for anyway, so it's not a deal breaker if you like. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want. I need to have a 6 channel head unit so that I can rig all my amps up. I've got 3 amps, two channel amps at 1500 each, 1500 watts, and I've got one 1600 watt 4 channel amplifier, which is great for running the door speakers for the front and rear. It's perfect because you don't need a lot of power. And the reason why I have so much power for the subs is because that's where you need the oomph, especially the fucking speakers I've got anyway. They're fucking saft, them things are. Absolutely. Fucking seriously saft. They're not like professional shit like, you know, you get these sound system sound offs and what have you. No. Not where they could end up, you know, flexing the roof and shit like that. It's not that bad, but they still pack a bloody great big punch, I tell you that now. I really do. And I do like them. They're nice. Robust. Are you going down there, are you? I was saying you're indicating a bit early there, so I'm trying, ain't you? Are you going down there? Alright. Oh, you're not going down there then? Well, you just indicated just before the junction, dude. See what I have to put up with? I mean, I haven't got my indicator on because there's not really any need. I can't be bothered. Why is that, you say? Well, at the moment I'm stuck in the queue of traffic anyway, so I'm just waiting and biding my time. I can only really go 2 directions, and because it's a dual carriageway exit and entrance, and this is a little bit behind the damn thing, you say, well, you know what? I am sure there's some smart people out there that will understand what I'm doing. Guess what? They won't. It's true, they won't. They have no idea what I'm doing. Well, Mr. Foreigner has let me out. That's good of him. Dual carriageway, dude. Carry on. You've got plenty of room. More than enough. Very odd. Very odd indeed. I don't know why you did that, but hey, whatever. Seemed a bit strange, that, didn't it? Yeah, well, let's get on with it. Make our way along this. See if we can spot that fucking, what's we call it? The damaged truck. That's if it's still here, it might not be here. We'll have to wait and see. We've got past here, so it's just down here, it's further down, just so we ain't that far off it. Well, I thought I was bad. Right then, cruising altitude of 52 miles an hour, and away we go, yay! Oh, yes, driving down the road with all that sort of shit playing at me, what's that, all be normal, but yes, it'll be interesting. putting all that shit back in my car. It means I've got to make a new box, I bet, because it probably won't fit the one I've got. Because that was built for me Ford Cougar, so I might have to crop it down. And if I cut that down, then I have to figure out where to put the amps, because obviously the way I had it before, I had the 2 amps on the top of the box staggered. They were sort of like at an angle, and one went underneath the other one, sort of, the edge of it. And it was on stilts. It was to access room, because it was very limited, and it fit perfect. I mean, if you'd have got a measure, a ruler, a vernier, a fucking micrometer, you wouldn't have done it as good as I'd have done it with just the eyes. Trust me, it was a fucking fluke and a half, but it fit like a glove. It really did. Brilliant. Couldn't have done it better any other way, other than just going, well, that'll do. Well, that fit just, fuck, that was a lucky guess. You know, that kind of shit, like, you know. But, yeah. I do enjoy doing those sort of things, though. It is a lot of fun. Time consuming, but it is a lot of fun. But I think this time round, though, what I shall do is, instead of running the cables from the back down the inner skirt of the car like I normally do, because I did find that when I first put my sound system in my Cougar, all the interior was out. That's the passenger chair, the rear seats, the carpeting, apart from the driver's seat, obviously, because I needed to drive the car. But all the cables were lying flat in the where the passenger seat would be, just lying down. And I got it all turned on, and it was playing away, and I was driving up to one of these cheap stereo places, and it sounded beautiful. I didn't have the subwoofers at the time then, I just had the 4 6x9s in, and it was great. The sound was awesome, and it was handling quite some nice bass. And I'm thinking, these are fucking awesome. These are, considering they only cost 15 quid for a pair. Like, you know, I was like, fuck, you know, these are brilliant. And once I'd put all the car back together again and run the cables down the side, then you got that annoying in the background. The alternator were, oh, it's a fucking nightmare. There is like a quick bodge to get around that, but I'm thinking, well, if the cables are laid across the floor and it never interferes with it, well, that's what's going to happen again this time. So I'm going to lie them across the floor, just let them lie there nice and loosely, and I might even get myself some of that LED flashing and put that along the floor to insulate it even more. We'll have to wait and see how I get on with it. But that's if I actually get the car, you know. It's I'm still umming and ahhing at the minute, because there's nothing worse, and I mean nothing worse, than having to make fucking do. Nobody, and I mean no one, likes to make do. It's like, oh well, you know, I've got no choice. But that, and you're like, ugh. And you're not really excited about it, are you? But when you actually have something that you want, and you want to, you know, you have a smile across your face. But yeah, oh fucking tell you what. So yeah, that's my dilemma. I might have to put a kibosh on the toys and put the money towards a car instead. I've got to do it, ain't I? This is where I could do with being a fucking millionaire, isn't it, really? So I could play. I love to play. Playing's fun. I'd play all fucking day, I would, on all sorts of rubbish. I really would. There'd be no limits, nothing at all. Well, within reason, I suppose. Within reason. Well, it weren't like this on our fucking maiden voyage all those years ago. It was great. No interruptions. Straight there. Look at it. Fuck. Roadworks. Traffic. Roadworks. Boo. Fucking crap. Whatever. Shit happens, I suppose. We'll just have to put up with it, won't we? You know what it is? I think it's that new junction they're putting just over the island here. I think that's what it's for. Why with all this crap? It's got to be. And I don't even get why they're putting the junction there. It makes no fucking sense. I mean, where's it supposed to be going? Where? What's it for? What is it supposed to be alleviating? We will not know until the day happens when it's all over. Oh, yeah, all over and it's open. What's going on up here? Is there a lane closes or something? Is it fucking... or is it just traffic? Could be just traffic. I mean, you never know. It's always possible, isn't it? Ah. This lane that I'm in is closed, but I think it's closed after the island. I'll have another gander. I didn't see any other signs before, so it looks like it may well be. $800 yards. Well, that's going to be well over the other side of the island now, isn't it? There you have it then. The other side of the island, well, obviously because I'm driving one of these things, I don't really want to be on that side when we approach the island. So I will stay in this lane and wait until I get the other side of the island, and then we can do it, can't we? We can move over. I really do hope when I get to this destination that it's not going to be, oh, you was due at 1 o'clock, you're going to have to sit in the back of the queue. I'm thinking, fuck, I don't really want to be doing that. No, thank you. I'd rather not. No. At one time, I even looked into having one of those now, the Volkswagen Golf, the that V6 version. Or is it? Oh, fucking hell! Is it a 3 litre or is it a 2.5 litre V6? Look at hell! Yawning, sneezing. What the fuck? So he just fucking walked out of my grave. Remember that? And you have a shiver. Your mama go, "Oh, so just walked out of your grave." Not unless they're in the fucking future, they haven't. See, I even looked at one of these as well. The Ford Fiesta. That's the older type, that is, the boxier version. Because them ain't too bad. I mean, you can wang on a couple of decent wheels on them and they don't look too bad, you know what I mean? Well, I think they're a bit small. I mean, the fucking Ford Focus is small. I mean, come on. Unless you have that fucking, what do you call it? Is it the ST or whatever it is, that sporty version? Because the standard Focus next to that rally version, they're two different cars. Even though they're a Focus, I mean, one's huge, it's massive. But I can't afford that. No. Not at all. Right then, I'll have to move over now. So the indicator can go on. Dude, it says 200 yards, lane closes. So why the fuck would you do that, you pillock? Fucking idiots. Oh dear. Kids, eh? These are the times, right, when you sit there with these little fucking niggly options that realistically, in my eyes, are not options, right? But you've got no choice. Does that make sense? I think that was a bit cockeyed there, but I've got choices, but they're not the choices that I want. And that's the only way I can put it that makes any sense. I think so. Does that sound right? It doesn't it? Because my choice would be to have another Ford Explorer. That would be my choice. But in reality, I can't really afford it. So, and because of them being old, they're more prone to, like mine, breaking down. And if they do break down, it's a fortune to put them right. Unless I tripped up and fell into a bucket of money, and then I'd be able to afford to actually keep the upkeep of them, like, you know. But as a Ford Focus, then in that respect, they are a little cheaper. It's a smaller engine, so I'd save money on fuel, I suppose, to a degree. It'd be boring as fucking arseholes. It won't have that nice V6 sound. It'll have a boring that boring shit sound of a 4-cylinder. Because I haven't had a 4-cylinder since fucking 2000 and whatever it was. Fucking hell, how long has it been? I had my Cougar. We're on 17 there, that's 6, so 2005, maybe 2003, something like that, somewhere in that bracket. Long time. I've only ever had V6s since then. You know what I mean? So, and even if I had a Ford Cougar, again, because they're old, I've been through that bag of shit where they end up failing, and they cost a lot of money to put right, so I just can't win with that. So at the end of the day, the choice that I have is boring, and boring. Now, did he not see that tractor? I don't understand your thinking, dude. You were overtaking me and I could see that tractor a mile away, so why did you bother pulling over for? It's there, it's plain as day. It's a bloody great big tractor. When you see a tractor, you move over. You do not drive up to the fucking back end of a tractor. You never do it. Ever. It can cause all sorts of unwanted issues and problems. You see it, oh look, it's just down there, ding, 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 ding. Unless you obviously can't, if you're in a fucking country lane, too late, you've got to wait there, you've got to take your time and be patient. But dual carriageway, remembering that this particular road is a 70-mile-an-hour road, I am a bit, you know, a bit miffed, really, because as much as I'm sort of like, whatever it is, that word I'm looking for, to having the Ford Focus. I don't really want one. Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of like, I'm giving into it, you know, sort of thing, like, you know. But I'll try and make it as best I can, you know what I mean, to what I, yeah. I mean, the newer models, the newer versions, they're nice, them are. They've got a nice appeal to them. But the first set of, fucking hell, I've got somebody to do it again. The first version of the Ford Focus was a bit, nah. It's just, nah, not very appealing at all. Just looks a bit, nah. That's all I can say about it. It's like, you got a Ford Focus? Yeah? Yeah. That's it. That's all it ever gets you. You got a Ford Cougar? What version you got? You got the 2 litre? No? Oh, you got the V6 twin cam 24 valve? Yeah? Wow. Cool. I know. I'm only stating a fact. It's true. But if you've got the newer model, right? You got a Ford Focus. Which one is it? The GT or the ST? No, this is the boring one, but it's the newer model. They're alright, they're not bad. I know. They've got quite stylish. Yeah. It ain't the titanium. No, it's in the titanium now. It's just a. Oh, but it's the new model. Yeah. Oh, that's alright. It'll do. But if you say you've got the boring one, what is it? Which is it? The. Oh, it's just the older version. It's the standards, just the 1600. It's an automatic. Yeah. That's it. That's all you're gonna get, ain't it? Really. There's no real like wow. There's no wow factor in any cars like that. As a matter of fact, any standard sort of like low to mid-range car anyway is never going to have any kind of wow factor, is it? It never will. It's just, it'll do. It gets me from there to there without getting drowned. And that's pretty much what it's all about at the end of the day. Even though now that the weather's going to start picking up and I'll be using my bike to go back at some force of work, because we don't have lockers and stuff like that, I can't go to work on my bike when it's pissing it down the rain, because I'll get drowned and I'll have to stay drowned until I dry off, and I ain't having that. Screw that shit. Oh, my peeper. I got something stuck in me peeper. It's going peeper. Fucking thing. Where am I? Great. That's a bit disconcerting. Wank. No! Please don't say that so! Where's my fucking glasses gone? I've lost my sunglasses. That's why my eyes are playing up. It's fucking annoying as shit, that is. My sunglasses are needed desperately, but I haven't got them. I don't know where they are. I don't know if I've left them in another truck, but I can't see it. Wow. Oh, it's a bit better. Where the fuck are they gone then? I could have swore I've seen them in my bag this morning. They're not here. No. Bad. That's fucking bad. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Fuck it. Mr. Tractor is peeking out of the hedge. We're almost here. We're almost here. Or should I say we're almost there? We're almost there. Because I suppose you can be here, but not almost here. You can be almost there, but not almost there. Or over there. Yeah, there's a conundrum for you. Oh, good grief. I never make it easy. I don't. Trust me. La da da dee dee, da 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 da. It's not a bad little road, is it, this old A50, as long as it's not being fucked around with roadworks and shit. You know, it's alright, isn't it? It's alright, isn't it? Yeah, it's alright, isn't it? We will be going past the finishing point of that particular video. The flagship, could you call it, or the monumental fucking birth, because it was just up there and to the left. We're going to go down just past the next junction to a, I'd say I'd call it more of a B junction, if you like. And then that'll be the end of it. Done. End of. No more. Ceased to exist. Until the next time, obviously. Ford Focus, eh? So that's what we're going to have, is it? Looks like it's the only option. Yeah, well, never mind. Such is life. Right, I'm getting off here. See what I mean by a bit of a B junction? It's not like one of them, it's one of these. You can come out this way, but it's ain't really worth it, to be fair. It's always best to go all the way around and come back the slip road. It's a lot easier. We made it. It's just 3 o'clock. Just 3 o'clock. Nice. Is there a queue? Is it rammed? Is there plenty of space? Well, I'll get to. In that case, I'm going to go in the yard. You can watch me do some ridiculous reversing. Taking this off so I can do it. Bong, bong. Oh yes, ladles and jelly spoons. It's just a wee bit of blindside. It's nothing fucking spectacular. There's nothing to write home about. You know what I mean? Unless I smack a truck, I mean, then yes, that'll be writable, I suppose. But... oh, have I overshot it? Just a touch. And I think that'll do for a correction, I reckon. We'll be able to nail that now. Should do. Fucking hope so. Yeah, that'll do. Do nicer, huh? Yeah, I can live with that. I'm sure everybody else can as well. Oh, bumpity bump. Perfect. Nailed. Happy days. Well, I'm going to go, and I will speak to you a lot again. Whether you're going to get to see this video this weekend is high and likely, but it'll be this weekend. Not this weekend now, the one you're watching it now on. That's when you're going to see it. Anyway, I'm going to go. Toodle pip and all that. See you later. Go on then. Off you pop. Pop, poppity poppins.